Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, it's James, the Chart Guys. It is Tuesday, November 21st. Going to do my nightly video on NATGAS. So NATGAS, we have this weekly downtrend line that we broke bullish from on increasing bull volume there. Had a gap up. Once we lost that daily upper Bollinger Band as expected, we've been consolidating. This is a little bit more than this is still some, you could say it can still have the consolidation to this point longer term, but a little more consolidation than I would have liked to see on the pullback, honestly. But that's the 4-hour chart, sorry. But definitely hit a heads up for consolidation coming. Once we lost that upper Bollinger Band that I highlighted in my videos in the past, that once we lost that upper Bollinger Band, expected to see some consolidation, and that was a key point to where you should have taken your profit. So now on the daily, we have this pullback, we have this high, we have this bounce attempt here. So that's going to be a resistance there at 3.153 that we're going to have to watch at. And then we have another bounce attempt here. So a lower high, another lower high, and lower lows here on the daily. As far as the weekly goes, we are right back at that downtrend line, back testing it right now, and the gap fills at 3.006. We got to 3.007, so bouncing right there. It's right above it, which lines up again pretty perfectly with that downtrend line. It's funny how technicals work sometimes. You have the 20 MA weekly starting to curl up a little bit to potentially offer some support. So personally, I think it's worth an entry here on this back test. With it backtesting those previous resistances as support. The daily RSI is not oversold yet quite, so it still has a little bit of room to run to the downside if it were to continue to dump. The hourly is not oversold yet here. It was oversold and pulling the RSI down. But I think it's worth it. We have inventory reports tomorrow because it is a short week with oil because of Thursday being Thanksgiving. And if I were to enter this play, my stop loss would be, if you wanted a price point, I would stop loss it a little bit under $3. If I were you doing it based on that weekly play of that weekly gap fill, then I would do it. I would do it on a loss of this weekly 20 MA on the weekly if I were to put a stop loss using the weekly. And you can see the declining volume on this pullback. So bulls don't have any type of increasing bear volume yet. So at this point, it's still pretty healthy. It's normal to backtest these previous resistance, and it did backtest right above that previous resistance line, downtrend line on the weekly that lines up with that gap fill. So again, I think it's worth the entry here now after the loss of the upper Bollinger Band on the daily, and it's been consolidating here. And let's see where it's at in conjunction to the. So it did lose a 20 MA here. Here, back tested, rejected. So it needs to regain that 20 MA on the daily as well. And you can wait for that as well if you want to entry and wait for a break above this 3.064 where we have a long upper wick of rejection at that 20 MA. If you want to see some type of confirmation, if we break that 3.064 level, then look for resistance next being at 3.134 and then of course at 3.153. Support is that gap fill that I mentioned at 3.006 on the weekly. There's also, to fill the gap fill on the daily, it's going to be at 2.998, a little bit under after that $3 psychological support level. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.